some smaller players, their lead times are like months because they don't have the power of a Bombardier. They don't have the power of a Boeing. They can't buy 10 tons at a time. So you're waiting 6 months. Meanwhile, Bombardier is sitting on, 2 extra tons of titanium.
Mainly, the goal was to buy raw material very easily, okay, and very fast. And we help a lot of major companies, even like Boeing, Aerospace.
The second issue is, and then I found out how much they spend on scrapping these items, the transportation, the pickup, and they actually have to pay money to get these stuff scrapped.
We have another product called a Mac GPT. The system would propose you the right raw material to use.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast with stars in our sky. And every time we get together, we try to find stars that are among us who shine bright in their industries. We bring them to you so you can get to know them and get acquainted with what they've done. Today, we've got a bright, shining star. Actually, a personal friend of mine. I've known this person for quite some while because we come from the same industry, an industry that's very close to my heart. The aerospace industry, where his beginnings started at Bombardier. And he went all the way to become president and founder of SCP International. He's one of ours from Quebec. He worked as general manager as Arpex Inc., worked his way up as director of Center of Excellence for Atlas Aeronautique, and then was the operations vice president for AAA Assistance Aeronautique and Aerospatiale Canada, became CEO of NSE Automec Inc., consultant back for Bombardier, partner of RFQ to go, and last but not least, was the CEO, president, and founder of Moovinv, and today the chairman of Moovinv and the creators of Julie, the AI-powered aerospace supply chain and raw material supply chain marketplace. Without any further ado, bienvenue, Jacques.
Bienvenue, Jacques. We're happy to have you. Yeah, it's awesome.
Merci.
They're very awesome to have you.
On est très excités de t'avoir avec nous. Dis-moi, Jacques, comment ça va?
Très bien.
Excellent.
Très bien. I feel very well. And thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, and definitely it would be a pleasure for me to explain my expertise, my experience, and also why today, first of all, I decide to get my place to another person as a president, okay, and also what was all the reason why I create Moovinv.
This podcast is sponsored by eSky, a revolutionary AI-powered state-of-the-art learning management system for small to mid-size enterprises.
I mean, your beginnings and looking at the story that made Jacques is fascinating. But I have to tell you, as a Canadian and a French Canadian located in the hub of aerospace in Montreal, it is always a great pride to have an innovator from one of us, un Québécois, parmi nous, that comes up with something innovative, different, disruptive. So we're excited because with this podcast, we've been getting people from literally all over. People we met in Dubai, people we met in Florida, people we've met everywhere across the world. And today we have someone amazing close to home.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. I mean, I do a lot of global consulting, as I told you, Jacques, and a lot of the issues or primary issue with clients large clients, primarily, and smaller clients, but large clients suffer a lot with the supply chain, and obviously, finding and breaking through this type with innovation is kind of what is really needed, especially in the next chapter. So we're excited to hear some of the Julie innovation that you have. So, all right, Malik, what were you going to say?
Look, we keep dancing around what Julie is, and we're going to get to it. So if you're watching us and you're getting excited, you can go to movinv.com, but wait 2 seconds. You're going to get to learn what Julie is. But before we dive into that, Jacques, I'm interested to know, as you went through your career, you started off at Bombardier, and then you started going. What parts of your career inspired you so that you can figure out that there's a gap in the marketplace that desperately needed this disruptive technology?
Okay, and first of all, when I became CEOs of different SMEs in the aerospace industries, our main concern was the raw materials, acquisitions. And and also we had to buy 15% more raw materials because of the contract. If there's if we need to continue after the contract, if there's any rejections or whatever, and we had to buy 15% more of raw materials. It means at the end of the contract, you probably have maybe around 10% of surplus excess raw material in your inventory. And no one is able to know, first of all, if someone else need it. And the goal for Moovinv was to highlight all those excess raw materials, in all companies around the world, to make them available on our marketplace, because Moovinv, first of all, is a marketplace. And the goal was to highlight all those raw materials and saying that they're available with all the documentations, with all the certificates, everything. And we were taking care of transportations, everything. And the goal was to help the industry to be more powerful, to get some raw material, maybe at cheaper price, and to make the bridge, sometimes only to make the bridge between the time that they receive the real raw material they need. And that's the reason why we create Moovinv Marketplace.
That sounds a lot. That sounds like an Amazon.
Yeah,
like you're like pioneering the Amazon for surplus metal, which is interesting, because I'm curious to know, how did people deal with that surplus of metal? Like, typically, what do you see people do? Just scrap the metal? Wow. Wow.
I think, Gabby, I think it's a genius solution, because if you're sitting on excess inventory, I think you're sitting on cash. And the problem is some smaller, did I get that right, Jacques? I think some smaller players, their lead times are like months, because they don't have the power of a Bombardier. They don't have the power of a Boeing. They can't buy 10 tons at a time. So you're waiting 6 months. Meanwhile, Bombardier is sitting on, 2 extra tons of titanium. Am I getting this correct?
Yeah, you're right.
And what's interesting is this could be anywhere around the world, right? And so and a lot of times when we think about metal or companies will look locally, what's there, but it's not necessarily the cheapest price, and it's not necessarily what they're looking for. So people compromise. But the fact that you're opening it to the global market, and I was also going through your website, I noticed also that you can take care of the logistics part. Is that correct? Can you maybe elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's one of our offers that we can take care of it. Or sometimes we take the logistic company where our customer used to work with, because sometimes they have agreements with there, and it's quite more cheaper or whatever. But if not, we were able to offer our logistic house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and and mainly the goal was to buy raw material very easily, okay, and very fast. And we help a lot of major companies, even like Boeing, Aerotech, Aerospace, oh my God, Spirit Aerosystems, even Safran, a lot of Safran suppliers too. And
Some big names.
yeah, it's a bit, that was a bit crazy. But what we saw was the fact that when the customer wasn't able to find raw materials on our platform, they were able to send us an RFQ asking us, are you able to find it for us? And we had our home buyers, okay, able to find the raw material they were looking for. And why we're not smarter than them? It's only the case. It's only the fact that the company, like Safran or whatever, has their own approved suppliers, okay, and they cannot think out the box because they have to go with them. But us, we were able to find the raw material somewhere else, and we proposed it to our customers, and customers was able to buy it on derogations. And we helped them a lot, okay? But at the end, almost 90% of the requests was coming from a lot of different companies to our buyers. But there is a lack of expertise, okay? Even for us. That's why we decide to invest and create Julie. Julie is an AI buyer, mainly. And I said, if our customers are not able to find the raw materials, it means we will create our own buyers who will support our customers. And that's what we did. Almost 3 years, more than 3 years ago, we decided to invest and develop Julie. And today, I can say that we're very proud of it. It's a nice product. It's been used by different major companies, like Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, even OEMs. Okay? And actually, we're in negotiations with different major companies worldwide. And it's not SMEs, it's major companies. And but I can say at the beginning, the goal was to help the SMEs. But no. All the big companies come to us, like Safran.
Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, Jacques. I mean, a part of what I do also when I go walk into the companies and walk in their operations, right? And I remember walking into one company, and it was very large. I don't want to disclose the name, but when I walked in there and I looked at the amount of, they said they had an issue of lack of storage space, right? And so they said that we don't have place because we have all of these things. And I asked, well, why do you have all these things? Oh, because these are surpluses, right? So that was the first cost, right? Because they had no more place and they want to build more space. They want to buy more real estate so they can fit what they have. So that was the first issue. The second issue is, and then I found out how much they spend on scrapping these items, the transportation, the pickup, and they actually have to pay money to get these stuff scrapped.
Go Lean It. Go Lean It offers a symphony of efficiency through lean services and solutions, driving scalable and sustainable results. Visit goleanit.com.
So with the genius idea that you're bringing up, and these are large companies, I'm talking about like a few $1 billion companies, right? Like if they just integrated what you're talking about, it would bring them a source of revenue, right? As opposed, and they would save the space, by getting rid of that surplus, so they don't have to build more warehouses. It's just completely genius, but it's incredible how
You guys know
so unthought of.
if Gabby did consulting for you and you had a surplus inventory problem, now you know where to go, all right? We'll put Jacques' contacts in the thing. So, Jacques, you mentioned Julie. What does Julie stand for, or what is it? It's an avatar. What is Julie? What does it stand for?
It's a nice name.
Yeah.
It is.
Julie, first of all, means just use like an internal expert. Okay. And it's my wife's name. Okay. But the other thing is the fact that the Julie by itself, when we create it, we put all the expertise inside the software. It means when we deliver the software, we already have a big database of suppliers with all their products, okay, dimensions, even specs, approvals, okay. Then it means we can install our software in one day, and it can be customized inside that one day, and also the training is about less than half a day, okay? And the learning curve is cut at 70%, okay? Because easily you can, if you lose your buyer or whatever, easily you'll be able to replace it right away. Because first of all, like I said, all the information is inside the software. All the expertise is inside the software. When we installed it, the first time we installed it at a major company here in Montreal, I told the purchasing supply chain director, you can hire someone from McDonald's, and in 2 days, it would be operational.
That's a bold statement, man, for aerospace.
And he laughed to me. I said, no, it's perfect. A couple months after, he called me back and he said, Jacques, I love to you, but I would like to tell you that I hired someone, not from McDonald's, but from another domain. And he didn't know anything about aerospace. And in 2 days, he was operational.
It's incredible.
Amazing. Okay. And this company gave a lot of testimonials, videos on our software, the efficiency of our software, and also how they're happy to use it. Okay. And also I can see we support, yes, raw material, but not only that. We now can support all electronic components. Eventually, we will support hardware. Okay, and the system by itself is able to interface with the PLM system or CAD system, able to extract the information related to your raw materials or even components, and will send RFQs to the right suppliers worldwide based on your specs, quantity, dimensions, approvals.
So you get one quotation or multiple quotations?
Sorry?
You get one quotation, like the best quotation, or does it give you multiple quotations?
Yeah, and Julie will receive all the quotations, okay, and easily you're able, Julie will analyze them, and it will compare all of them together, and it will propose you the best. Okay, and
it's incredible
to send requests of POs to the ERP systems, because we won't create any PO in our system. We can, but I don't want to create it in our system because it has to be inside the ERP system. Okay, because to keep tracking and it also to to send POs to inside their system. And I don't want to interact in their system. But easily we can create the API. Everything is ready to be connected in their ERP. And that could be done easily.
You know, like right now, Jacques, I think one of the issues we see is the AI is such a foreign thing for a lot of leaders. Like a lot of leaders are in their comfort zone. They've been using systems since the 1960s, right? And they're good. They think it's functional. Why should we change, right? And so what is your approach to change the minds of those leaders? Like how would you go about it that they could embrace AI sourcing? You know, and even to myself, it was a bit new what you're explaining. So how would you go about it?
Oh my God. Okay, good question. When we talk to a buyer, okay, for example, about our software, he will probably be afraid because he will say, I will lose my job. But the job is not to create RFQs. It's not an add value for the company. Your add value is to negotiate, is to find new suppliers, is to create LTA.
That's it.
Long-term agreements, strategic purchasing.
That's it.
This is an add value for the company, not to send RFQ to the right suppliers and
I like that, yeah.
And send PO and everything.
So you're replacing a non-value added works with value added, and that's
exactly
reducing the wastes.
Definitely. And also, for example, we had at Moovinv, we had 3 buyers, okay? And now today, with 1 buyer and our software journey, we're able to do more than 3 buyers. Because everything is there, easy to manage. The information is there. You don't have to search. The system will give you all the options. It's really, really, really easy to use. Okay, and the good thing, what we did, we decided to talk to the COO, CFO, who is the real right person.
Yep.
CTO. Okay, and with those 3 persons, definitely it's really easy to convince them.
Yeah.
With the efficiency and the return on investment.
The cost, obviously, of scrap and all of that.
Exactly. Okay. And also what we did, and we decided to add a new module, okay? And it's a short cost module, okay, for manufacturing parts. What a short cost module will do in Judy, it's easy, okay, because in the process, supply chain process, okay, you can buy commodity, definitely, but you have to subcontract manufacturing part too, okay? And our software is able to read the 3D model and give a price. What would be the price to produce it? Okay, and you can have it in 50 different countries, 50 different currencies with labor rate, local labor rate. Okay, and
that's a crazy database.
Yeah,
that is like. So you've got the suppliers, the manufacturers, the rates.
But once the buyer receives the informations, you will get, first of all, like I said, the price, the theoretic price of this component. And we will propose the company able to produce it based on the kind of machines, shape of the part, kind of raw materials, approval, and expertise. Okay, and we will give them a list. First of all, approved suppliers, okay, in their database, but also you will also have other suppliers, unapproved suppliers. But it means probably sometimes the company can say, my God, every time we send an RFQ, at 95% of the time, this company appear. Maybe we can probably check or start a process to approve that. Okay, and also you have a scorecard between each of them. Okay, scorecards based on our
Your supplier quality best practices?
KPIs.
KPIs, yeah.
And based on our KPIs, because in Julie, we have our own KPIs that you can customize. And based on that, you will get a scorecard for each suppliers based on delivery time, based on price, based on delivery time on request, quality, everything you want to manage, okay, for your quality system isn't there. You can customize it. Okay? And once you receive your comparables of quotations, you have the scorecard at the top saying, okay, this one is the best scenario, but at 95% of the time is late. Okay? It means I won't take a risk. I will take probably the other one. Okay? Maybe the price is more expensive, but at the end, I will receive it at the right date. Okay? But you can easily, we still need a buyer, but at the end, it's quite more easier for him to take decision and to we propose them good suppliers to produce. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to have the technical skills.
This is crazy. It's like you created the Trivago of ramen. Right? So it's like when you go search for a hotel and you get all the different hotels, and even sometimes the same hotel just with different prices, depending on, the different places. You're getting all the different suppliers that have exactly what you're looking for. And then if you click on it, you'll get, if I understood this correctly, all the quality documentation, the specs, and even the KPIs that would say how they fall and how they deliver, correct?
Yeah,
It's like almost like the star review.
Clear on main. Like you have everything that's it. But what is stopping companies from jumping in? I mean, it seems to me as a no-brainer from a financial standpoint.
Yeah.
Cancel.org, redefining global consulting, delivering world-class solutions through proven methodology, measurable and sustainable results.
It seems is there because there's too much competition in this domain?
Yes, there is competitions, but no one of them propose what we propose, like full database of suppliers with their products, and also the should cost full integrated in Julie, and we will also add a new one, another product that it's very, very interesting. Okay, it's a 3D Pathfinder. Okay, it means this module, okay, can be at the engineering level. Okay, and the interface is almost finished. Now we're not working on the interface. It will be full integrated in Julie. Okay, and this application will help the engineering department. For example, you have a new product to design. Okay, but today, in all the major companies, they categorize their parts by descriptions. Bracket. My God, there is 50,000 different brackets in your database, internal database, okay? And we can interface with CATIA, SolidWorks, Solid Edge, Autodesk, PTC, whatever the CAD system, okay? And the engineer can start with a small sketch, what it needs, and ask the system, give me all the equivalent, all the similar parts in our database. And you know that this module is also installed in customer servers, okay? It's not everywhere. It's not on the cloud, okay? It's behind the firewall, okay? Mm-hmm. And easily, the system in seconds will give him all the similar parts in their database. And easily is able to say, oh my God, I will use this one. It's quite similar that I want to produce. Or maybe, my God, we already produce it. I don't need to make another one, okay? And if you choose it, it will get all the information related to the part. It means finite element analysis report, technical sheets, process sheets, if this part been produced internally, CNC programs, CMM programs, everything related to the part. If it's a purchase part, it will have also all the information related to the suppliers, when they bought it, and how much they paid by it.
Wait a second. You can get the CNC programming straight from Julie? So you can, once you get the render,
it's in the application.
It's in the application, and it will go straight after that from manufacturing?
Yeah, it will give all the information related, okay, to the part, because we work in the customer database.
That's very interesting.
And it will give you all the information. It means easily you will create a brand new part, or you can take an existing one, modify it a bit, and you can also use again the information related to this part, like suppliers or all documentation related internally, because the CNC program will be modified, but maybe at 10 or 20% of it. Okay, and it's quite again big benefits. And you will cut your process from engineering to production at maybe 30%.
That's really incredible. And I've been hearing you saying the word metal. Obviously, I look at the website. That's really stands out. Is that the main product that we're dealing with, or is there other products that?
It's another product that we did an agreement with a company, okay, and we decide to incorporate into Julie, okay, and we decide to also invest in the customization, okay, of the product to be quite more efficient to use, and also again we have another product called a MapGPT. MapGPT is again in engineering department. Okay, once the part is designed, you have your stress process to do, your finite element analysis, and based on the finite element analysis report, the system will propose you the right raw material to use to, first of all, to because of your constraints on your distress, your red spot or whatever, okay, the system will propose you the best raw material to use to eliminate them. Okay, and the system will propose you the right raw material to use. And relate to that, we have another module, okay, we will give you all the forecasts for the price of raw materials and also a level of a risk, geopolitical risk, okay? If you have any raw materials that with I don't know, a supplier in Ukraine, the same will give you a 10% of risk, 10 on 10, but it will give you all the percentage of risk for each suppliers and also a forecast for the next year of this, a forecast of price for this raw material for the next 1 year. And you have an historic of 5 years also, this raw materials.
Jacques, what I find very interesting are our last 3 podcasts that we've been doing have been focused on AI. Our other partner who's not here with us, who's on vacation in Sydney down under, so Rian, we say hi to you. Hopefully you're enjoying some waves. He said a very nice statistic, which MIT Statistics Labs said between 90 and 95% of AI initiatives in corporations fail and don't get the ROI. That's a huge number because all CEOs right now, or all CFOs, they're all trying to leverage AI, but it's more gimmicky. All the employees are just asking Copilot, summarize my email. Yes, it gives some efficiency, but right now you're talking about a system that will do the quotations like 10, 50, 100 at a time. It will connect with your CAD. It will help you generate CNC code if you have to. It will help with your logistics. If you have surplus inventory once you bought, you can even put it back on the marketplace. So you're not sitting on inventory. I mean, I don't know why not every single supply chain person is calling you right now.
And the KPIs and the scorecard. I mean, this is also something that a lot of companies lack. A lot of just that component. A lot of companies are not able to maintain what's the product scorecard and all of that. So,
and the good thing that we also get into Julie is on the raw materials, it's all the equivalents worldwide. Okay, if you're looking for aluminum in North America with a North American spec, and the delay is too high or the price is too high, you can ask equivalents, and the system will give you all the equivalents in Europe, Asia, UK, South America, or whatever. Okay, because you have exactly the same raw materials in Europe, but the name is not the same, but it's exactly the same. Okay. But the only company able to provide you that, it's the mill by itself, because he has to produce the certificates and all the specs that in the raw material made is on the certificates, but it's always only on the certificates. But us, it's all in our system. It means you need an equivalence, you can ask Julie, it will give you all the equivalents and all the suppliers for each equivalence.
I mean, I think we could talk for days about this. I think that the key is the missed opportunities for companies. I mean, I see it even if it's not your primary way of going with your company and making sure that we have this type of like software. But even if it's not their primary and they're sticking with their traditional, what happens is there's often a lot of shortages, right? And they're not able to get the raw material. And so they don't have a backup plan, right? They're stuck with it. So I think if it's not your primary, they should have it at least as their secondary, this type of service. Really appreciate you having you on, Jack. This is very insightful.
But I can probably add a little thing, okay, just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, take your time.
We developed our last application. It's called Julie Supply Hub. Okay, Julie Supply Hub is a small marketplace dedicated to OEMs. Okay, and we work in white label. Okay, And it means an OEM can put all these surplus excess raw materials, even all their subcontractors and also suppliers. Okay, they can put all their excess raw material in that specific supply hub. Okay, and it means between them and with the OEMs, they can buy raw material to get the all the excess raw material already approved because they work for the same company, and they can buy from each other suppliers, okay, to get the raw materials ready to machine parts or whatever to produce their parts. And it's the latest we can say
Innovation.
product that it is not available, but it's our big marketplace, but specifically.
You've pretty much created an ecosystem. You created a raw materials ecosystem. You're starting with metals and aerospace, but you said it's going to go into electronics. It's going to go into composite materials, right?
You can have your raw materials, components, hardware, everything. Okay, everything. And also you can put, okay, for example, you can put your finished part inside that supply hub. Okay, means the OEM with their MRP or whatever can interact with that information.
Oh my God. I come from an MRO background. So when you have an AOG, which is aircraft on ground for everybody else to stop from the aerospace, and everybody's panicking because the clock is ticking. It has to get up in the air. You're looking on every marketplace because if you replace that fuel control, the fuel control valve, your pump, your FADEC, your DCU, you need it now. It's now.
Yeah.
So if you can put your own things, so it's an extra place, man, this is a huge marketplace.
Exactly.
Wow, good job, Jacques. This is this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's and exhausting, I'm sure. So, in closing, Malik, what maybe two quick things we can ask Jacques to get the most out of?
Jacques, I've been seeing you fly around the world, doing shows from Japan, Morocco, the Paris Air Show, the Farnborough Air Show, of course, Canadian ones, all over.
Yeah, but
which country did you enjoy the most?
Yeah. We have division, head office is in Canada, but we have divisions in Phoenix, Arizona, Chihuahua, Mexico, Paris in France. And our CTO is a PhD in AI and he's based in Germany. And also we have sales rep in India. And I think and also in Morocco, the Institute of it's a major school in the aerospace industries based at Casablanca. They use our software to train their students.
This podcast is sponsored by eSky, a revolutionary AI-powered state-of-the-art learning management system for small to mid-size enterprises.
Oh, wow.
So which is your favorite country? Is that what you're saying? Place to travel?
Yeah, I was like, you've been traveling. You've done air shows everywhere. What should be my next stop? Which one should I join?
We just came back from Italy a few days ago, and my God, I can say it is very. I don't know why, but it's very easy to work in Europe.
Yeah.
In Europe, I don't know why, but in US, yes, but it's more difficult. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's something out of the box, and they want to be sure that there is no risk. I don't know, but in Europe, it's quite easier.
Well, it's usually because US is a much more litigative society in general. So everybody's risk averse because
there's more regulatory for sure.
Yeah, regulatory. And I mean, look, the stuff everything you've mentioned, the ecosystem, I mean, it's huge. And you basically hug the entire supply chain from end to end.
Yeah.
Actually, even touch on engineering. You talked about should costing. So basically, you're helping the program management manage budgets and helping them. This is like,
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a magic solution.
Yeah.
You know,
But I cannot say the major companies that actually we're in the process to sell our products, okay, and they're based in US, the OEMs, okay, and I can say I'm waiting for a call and maybe I have to get settled next week.
that's awesome.
So with all our listeners, and some of our listeners are leaders, company leaders, what action would you want them to take tomorrow to modernize their sourcing?
Excusez mal compris.
What action would you like them to take? So if after them listening to this podcast, what should they do? What should they're sitting down on a lot of inventory. They're sitting down. It's typical issues. We have a lot of cost for scrap. There's not a single company that I haven't seen that don't struggle with the same thing. Not enough warehouse space, long lead times. We're stuck with the same provider all the time. They're late. They just jacked up their costs, price increase. So these are all typical issues. What action would you want them to do from tomorrow to start changing their ways of doing things and actually solving that problem, that universal problem?
My God, first of all, like I said earlier, all the expertise is inside the software, okay? And easily, we can definitely help the industries to be more efficient in their supply chain because of first of all, to find the right suppliers for raw materials or electronic components, even to produce parts, okay? And because it's all in our database, it's there. And this database is always updated, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it means you can think out the box. And because when you work for a major company, you're beside, I can say you're in your square and you cannot go over, okay? And sometimes it's because you don't know.
Right.
But like the major company that we met, that's what they said, is that means I will be able to get suppliers, unapproved suppliers by us. I said, yeah, definitely. Oh my God, I like that. Because today I have only the approved suppliers. And I don't know what kind of product then they can produce, because we send RFQs to them, but sometimes it's that there's the specialists in sheet metals, the other one machine parts, the other one I don't know, composite or whatever, but they receive RFQs of any kind of parts, okay? And there is no codes or the supplier said, my God, they doesn't know anything about us. They doesn't know that I'm not able to machine. I'm not a machine part company. I'm sheet metal parts. And based on that, we have that knowledge, and we can definitely give a hand not only to the buyers but also to the suppliers, because the comments that we receive from some suppliers, they said, "Oh my God, I received quotations, RFQs, and everything is there. All the information I need is there. I don't have to get back to them. Hey, you forgot to put this. You forgot to give me that information. You didn't put the spec. You didn't put the quantity, the dimensions or whatever. Everything is there. It's quite more easier even for the supplier to answer directly in the system, and everything is there."
Honestly, what a great job you've done building this great ecosystem. We'll put a small short video to show the interface. Thank you for providing the team with that so we could show it so people could get to see how simple and how fluid. I went through it very quickly. It looks too easy to be true. I don't know. But it's phenomenal that your team was able to wrap their arms in the vision around getting supply chain for raw material all the way from one end to end, creating a marketplace that connects internationally, connects the specs, connects the different names of materials across. This is, this is really phenomenal. Great job to you and the team, and great vision. If there's a young entrepreneur out there and he's thinking of going in business, what's a piece of advice, you would give?
Oh my God. I can say you have to believe in it. I think you have to believe in it. Can say passion.
Passion. Yeah.
I wouldn't believe. Was there moments when you believed and everybody around you did not believe? Sorry? Was there moments when you believed, but people around you did not believe?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
But here we are. You persevere.
Yeah, if you don't believe in it, forget it. You won't push it.
So you guys heard it from Jacques Ouellet. Here, you got to believe in your dream. You push hard.
Great advice.
We're going to put Jacques' LinkedIn in the description. You're also going to have the contacts for Moovinv. You'll be able to reach them out. Julie is the next AI buyer, an AI buyer assistant that will come and assist your buyers. Not remove them, assist them, give them power with data so they can make the right decisions and be far more strategic than purely tactical. Jacques, thank you so much for coming with us on the show.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's been a great Merci infiniment.
Merci infiniment.
Et à la prochaine. Next time, we'll see you guys with another star in our sky. So ring that bell, follow, like, and share with your friends. Thank you. And have a good
Salut. Bye. Enchanté.